Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker is a game that came out in 2002 with mixed reviews from fans and critics alike. Often criticized from its cartoonish graphics and massive change of tone from previous entries like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. At this time, fans wanted a dark, gritty Zelda game to kind of match the tone set from Majora's Mask and Ocarina of Time going forward. Instead, we got cartoon graphics that appear very childlike. These graphics are now greatly appreciated in today's landscape in 2026, but at release, that was not very well received. At the time, the graphics very well overtook and overshadowed everyone's thought on this game, and everyone thought this game was going to be very childlike and very kid-friendly, and people still think that to this day. But if you are one of the few that think that this game is childlike and for kids, and it is very whimsical and whimsy and positive, and everyone's laughing and it's sunshine and rainbows, I promise you, you are mistaken. Wind Waker is one of the darkest Zelda games ever, period. And it is not very well known and not very well displayed within the game because of the graphics. But if you can look past the graphics and look under the cover and not judge this book by its cover, you will see very dark themes and dark undertones. Right from the opening jump, that intro, that long ass intro that most people probably fell asleep to or skipped and not paid attention to, because I've done that plenty of times. Every time I replay this game, I ain't paying attention to that. But if you actually watch it from the jump, this game tells you this world is fucked. It tells you that the hero of time is nowhere to be found, evil has taken over, there is nothing that anybody can do, the gods are praying to just hope that this evil can be stopped, and when everyone needed the hero the most, he vanished. He's pulling an Avatar Aang, and no one can find him, and this world has been overtaken by evil, and it's flooded, and everything is fucked. I'm 27 years old, and I've played this game every single year, once a year, since it came out. Ever since I was a kid, I basically revisit this game all the time, and it just took me 27 years. It just took my latest playthrough of the game to realize that this is in a post-apocalyptic world. That never even clicked in my mind, never even thought that before, until I just realized, like, yeah, there was Armageddon that just happened, and that all stemmed because I actually paid attention and watched the intro. It's like, yeah, the land is gone, it's all flooded, there's no world anymore, this is all post-apocalyptic, everything is fucked. It's so fucked, the fish became birds. The fish people became bird people. That's how fucked this world is. The once giant Tower of the Gods is now sunken underwater. Hyrule's underwater. Everything that everyone has ever known is sunken underwater. This world is now ran by pirates and goblins and bobaclins or whatever fuck word you want to call those guys with the stupid pitchforks and the long spears, whatever the fuck. They're ruled by them, okay? And I played this for 20 years and it still never clicked to me. That's how undercover all the dark themes are in this game. Game starts, it's your birthday. It is Link's birthday to start this game, and Ariel's like throwing you a party, giving you a birthday gift. It's like all joyous and wonder and carefree, off rip, once you actually get into the game past the intro. As soon as that intro is over, it is all happy-go-lucky, everyone's happy, you're getting a sword, and, you know, it's just vibes, it's just all vibes. You're getting the tunic, you're getting the drip, it's all happy-go-lucky, and everyone's having a good time. For like 5 seconds, until your sister gets abducted by this giant bird, and Tetra too. And then you gotta go sail the world with these pirates. You're on this ship with these unknown entities, unknown fucking thieves of the night, pirates, and they just launch your ass right to the Forsaken Fortress. Yeah, this game has something called the Forsaken Fortress. Yeah, that sounds so childlike. This place is so forsaken that Ganon is running a child smuggling operation where he is kidnapping young girls in search of Princess Zelda. His thought is, if I just capture all the women, one of them has to be Zelda, right? One of them's gotta be it. Like, that's his thought process. I'm gonna create this gigantic bird and he's just gonna take all the women and one of them's gotta be it. I'll strike gold eventually. Which is a fucking insane plan. That is an insanely dark theme. Like, I can't even say it with a straight face, it's so insane. The pirates are such bitches, they just launch your ass to the Forsaken Fortress in a barrel. And then you crash land and you lose your sword, and then you gotta climb all throughout the tower without getting caught to even find your sword again. Once you manage to do that, you actually are in Ganon's quarters and you walk in there and he just fucking bitch slaps your ass. He just backhands you to oblivion. Really sets the tone that Ganon is not to be trifled with in this game. This world is vast and unknown and dark and scary, and there is a big ass leader at the top of it that is just ready to just bah! Ain't nobody respect you. Ain't nobody give a fuck about you. You are small in this world. You are tiny. You are a little speck of dust. Ain't nobody give a fuck about you. Like, everybody is coming after your ass. You are not respected. You are not strong. You are just a little pipsqueak. Which really sets the tone in this game, that this game is massive and you have so much to learn, you have so much to do, and you have so much room for growth and room for error, and you have to really get past that. And that just sets an amazing tone for the player to just explore and feel motivated to really get better and to get stronger, to save your family, your sister, the world, and everybody else that you might care about in this world. Once you get a little bit further in the game, you get to Windfall and you meet all these bustling people in this town. But in Windfall, there's even dark themes in Windfall itself. There's shady auctions and shady business practice going on. There's thieves in the night, daughters stealing from their own dad's store. Weird people doing weird things with the red mailboxes. Tingle is in jail. They jailed Tingle. They have a bomb shop. Nothing else I even need to say. There's just a place that sells weapons. Everything to do with the Picto box and the Picto chat thing. That guy with the long beard, fuck him, fuck all that. He's just weird vibes. Like, I don't want anything to do with him. Like, there's no way you can look at that man and not think of like the old neighbor from Home Alone. Progress even further, then you start seeing all the dungeons and all the fucked up things that are happening within the temples and the dungeons. The world's so fucked, the Tower of the Gods is gone, and you have to collect these pearls, and you gotta put the pearls on these statues that summon this gigantic tower that was once like some home of the gods that we all prayed to in this world. Once you fight through the Tower of the Gods and you beat the boss and you complete the dungeon, it spawns a little circle that takes you underwater into the ancient land of Hyrule, where you can see everything is frozen. Everything is frozen to time. Everything is a statue until you pull the Master Sword and it unfreezes everybody. And turns out all those things are all monsters and bokoblins and all these dark nuts that just want to fuck you up and ruin your day. I swear, around every triumphant moment in this game, the game just does such a backhanded compliment right at you to just ruin your shit. Ah, yes, we get the Master Sword, but now you have to fight an entire army, which is unequivocally my favorite part of the entire game. This part rips. It's badass as fuck. This is the moment I look forward to every time I play the game because it is just straight hands for like 20 minutes. Some more bad news right after this though is you get the Master Sword, but then the game tells you that the Master Sword ain't worth shit and it's broken and it has no power, so now you gotta go fix that. The one thing that gave the player hope was like, oh, finally I get the Master Sword, but it doesn't work. It's like, what the fuck? Is there any good news in this game? Also around this point in the game, if you go back to Outside Island, you're gonna learn that your grandma is sick and dying. Just throwing that in there because this game constantly gives you bad news after bad news, whether you're doing the main story or doing side quests or just exploring. Somebody just has something negative to tell you at all times. But it's cartoon graphics, so you probably didn't even know that. Back to the main story, once you try to get the Master Sword back to power, you're going to learn that it requires two sages that happen to be Makar and Medley that have to go to temples with you to power up the Master Sword by playing some ancient song and magical shit. Whatever the fuck you want to call this shit. Even more negative, the old sages are dead, and now they have to be reincarnated and basically trap two of your best friends throughout the game that are just kind of stuck doing this role in sages, and they're just go to these temples and just kind of stuck there playing an instrument. They really took one for the team during this whole playthrough. Like, shout out to them. Once you complete those temples, then you're back on your path to Ganon, which you have to go back down to Hyrule. And if you can do barrier skip, you can do that, which is pretty cool. But if you're a normal person like me, you have to fight through it and do this whole boss rush section and just continue on fighting Phantom Ganon and go through Ganon's tower like anyone else. This is just a random PSA. Fuck Puppet Ganon. That's one of the worst bosses of all time. We don't have to talk about that. But you get to Ganon himself, and he charges at you with two dual katanas. He is trying to rip your head off during this fight. So it is only fair that this fight ends with Link stabbing him in the dome, turning him into a statue, which is a perfect representation of that long fight that you had to do after you pulled the Master Sword. What a game, what an end. Fucking yer! Yo, what's up everybody, it's Breeds up here. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you guys like it, subscribe to the channel, and please follow me on Twitch at Reset Plays Everything if you guys want to see me live. Thank you guys again so much for supporting the channel and watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, man. Peace.
That's a hot take, this the one chip challenge. A days during Ramadan, but that's all you could chew. What's the point of a big mouth to run and all it could do? When the sun rises unadvised, I say all you can move. When the sun down, unbound, I make all you my food. My rise through a Lola was lies through your molars. Just look in the moon, I left my mark like I'm Stephen, like this night from the tomb.